real quickly. This is what I was talking about, the coils. When it's on your leader system, when you make them, once they're wrapped on, you can see how tightly they're wrapped on here. As soon as you pull them off, they're going to want to retain this memory a bit. In this case here, I've kind of played around with it. Rather than using a round dowel, you'll notice it's sort of a octagon or hexagon shape here. It's got the sides to it. So by using a square edge rather than a round, you can see the effect is that the leader itself actually has squares. So in the case of sunlight hitting it, it actually sticks out a little bit more because you've got different angles. It's not just a round. But in the case of this, once it's on the fly line, when you're Czech nymphing, you're pulling your flies, you'll notice right away it's going to stretch out to some degree because of the weight of the fly and as you're pulling it. But what will happen, it's as easy as this. As you're nymphing, you're keeping your eyes focused on this. Eventually the fly comes along, a fish grabs it, and you'll just notice this effect here. And again, it telegraphs so well, you can't help but notice it. So again, if you're not great at nymphing, even trying to add this to your leader, you'd be surprised at how many more fish you're going to catch. And for a beginner, if you want to try and teach them the nymph without an indicator, it's far more effective to have one of these put on your leader system. So again, thank you. And I'll just show you real quickly too. This is the micro rings that I was talking about. Again, if you do want to try to order these, they're very cheap. I think this is like less than $1 for a package. But they're a great way to attach droppers if you don't want to be doing triple surgeon knots, or in the case where you may want to have it completely 90 degrees to the main line itself. And last but not least, this is the Stren that I use, the Stren Gold, 10 pound. And again, you can see by the color of it, it's gold and very bright. The other one is Amnesia, but Amnesia, I think the finest you can get is 15 pound. And it's a little bit too thick in my mind for what I use. So the one I use out of Japan is actually far more effective. You can see in this right here, it's a red material that sticks out against the sunlight again. The idea being, in some cases, as you know with strike indicators, you see them red and chartreuse. It's for different lighting. So again, if I add the two together, I sort of cover that low light and the brighter light at the same time. But thank you again, and good luck.